Namaste, beautiful yogis. So good to see you and so good to practice with you again. I know I haven't created a lot of classes now, and especially in English, and I feel horrible about it. But there is one class like this upcoming class, absolutely my favorite, and also my savior this past month. So this upcoming class is all about activating the nervous system and the vagus nerve, which is like the switch for our recovery, and kind of like when we switch this vagus nerve on, we're sending energy into our like digestion and healing and renewing the body-mind system. You know, sometimes the switch gets stuck. So it's stuck on that sympathetic nervous system, and all the energy goes into stressing. We're in this fight and flight mode, so our immunity suffers, our mental health suffers, our body and immunity suffers. So with this class, I'm going to show you my favorite asanas, these yoga poses, to activate vagus nerve and to heal our nervous system. So I really do hope that you enjoy this, and I really do hope that you give me thumbs up if you did enjoy this, or comment below, or donate something, little something, or subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Anyhow, help me grow if possible. But going into this class, I want to say that if you are new to Yin Yoga, listen to your body, listen to your boundaries, and practice with kindness and gentleness and patience. These are crucial in Yin Yoga. Less is more. We are working with such a deep body parts like, you know, joints and connective tissues. So you got to be much more careful than in a dynamic practice where the muscles are active and they're protecting the joints. So be gentle. I hope you do, and just enjoy this practice, breathe and let go, and you know, heal. We're gonna get started. One of the reasons I find this upcoming sequence very important is that it is a perfect class for pushing your leg on that break. It is, it's your time to really stop and notice what goes on around you and what goes on inside you, most importantly. So just really enjoy. I've been working for last month like every single hour. I sleep a little bit and then I just work, because we opened my new studio here in Helsinki, Dia Yoga Shala, and it's been full on, and lots of new classes, lots of exciting events, and it's so much fun. And in 1 week we are off to Bali for a yoga retreat. So everybody who's coming to Bali, I cannot wait to see you there. It's gonna be so awesome. But anyhow, without getting too psyched, let's get into this. So a comfortable seated position. We're gonna start with breathing. So this vagus nerve runs down through our brains, through the ears, through the mouth, and your throat, down your chest, your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm muscle, and down all the way to your digestive organs and your gut. And so sometimes if your gut is not feeling right, then the vagus nerve draws that energy up to your heart, up to your brain, and you suffer from depression, you suffer from anxiety, and you wonder what is wrong. Like, actually nothing is wrong, but your gut is unhappy, there is bacteria or something. So that's why they have this saying, listen to your gut, because if you take good care of your belly, you are also happy. But starting with the breathing, so diaphragm breathing is incredibly important for our nervous health. And So on an inhalation, we want the belly to rise, so just really push your belly up. And on an exhalation, we want to draw that belly in. So this is diaphragm breathing, and we're going to continue with this. Inhaling, you let your belly rise. And as you exhale, let your belly fall. Another secret for healing the nervous system is the exhalation, creating or making the exhalation double the length of the inhalation. So now next, as you inhale, you're going to count to 4. And as you exhale, count to 8. And again, inhaling, counting to 4. And exhale, count to 8. Keep your facial muscles relaxed. So the muscles inside and around your mouth relax, because that's where the vagus nerve also runs. Muscles around your eyes relax, and in between your eyebrows relaxed. Sometimes it might even feel really nice while you're breathing. You just take a hold of your ears and you just gently pull your ears, just pulling them a little bit, your earlobes. And so great way to calm yourself and activate the vagus nerve that is running through that ear. You can even press from like just above here up inside a little bit, moving the skin around if you want to. See how that feels. It's like a bit of a acupressure point, so a very calming point. Good. Relax your hands down, and we're going to move into our first position. In today's sequence, we're going to stretch the belly area quite a lot, and the first one does exactly that. Come on to all fours. If you need to place like a cushion or like a towel underneath your knees, do that. With your wrists underneath your shoulders, we're going to start with a couple of cat-cows. So on an exhalation, I want you to round your spine, take your gaze into your belly. As you inhale, look up and start to bring your chest forward. And again, exhale to round your spine. And as you inhale, arch your back, look forward. And one cat, exhale to round. Good. As you come back to the center, start to step your palms to the front of your mat. Now, if you do suffer from any shoulder injuries, you might want to keep your elbows bent and with your fingers together. Otherwise, keep your hands further apart with your forehead down to the ground. And we're going to stay here for a moment. And focus on that diaphragm breathing into your belly. Inhaling, feeling the belly rise, and as you exhale, the belly button draws back in towards your spine. Notice any sensations during this pose. Any opening, any shifts. Usually when I practice yin yoga at home, I don't put on any time. So if you even really love this pose, you might want to stay here for a bit longer. Then just pause this video and come back to it when you're ready. But otherwise, I prefer to do the poses that when I feel the shift, then I know I'm done in this pose. So just kind of like feeling that opening and feeling that magic. But yin yoga poses, they do require a little bit more time. So give yourself time, be patient, Get comfortable with the discomfort. And don't forget to breathe. Good. We're going to press the palms down and we're going to go and shift ourselves onto our bellies. And just for a short moment, rest your head down to your hands. Take a bit of a pause. Relax your shoulders. Notice what has happened in your body. Good. And then come up onto your forearms. So over here, if you wish, you can also bring like a little pillow or like a blanket underneath your ribs, underneath your belly, for a bit of a support and also for a bit of a pressure. So it's nice to add some pressure into those areas that we are stretching and we're working on. If you feel any pain in your back, just please come a little bit closer to the ground. Your elbows can be in front of your shoulders. And just see how you go. Relax your glutes, relax the muscles around your spine, relax your face. And today, as we're working the vagus nerve, then we're gonna also add some movement to our neck. As I was telling that the vagus nerve runs down from our mouth into our heart to our neck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look over to the right, keeping your eyes closed and relaxed and taking the gaze or the chin towards the left. And again, right, so you're just slowly moving your head to the right and to the left. There is so many different ways to heal your vagus nerve and to activate that rest and digest nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system. One of them is a calming music, because the vagus nerve also runs from our ear. So the vibration from the music just goes straight into our brain, straight into our heart, healing us, calming us. And now bring your head back to the center and you're going to lower your chin into your chest. And then you're going to roll it over to the right, lowering back to the chest and rolling over to the left. Another thing that you can work to heal your vagus nerve or activate your vagus nerve is either singing or chanting or even exhaling through your mouth, like making this bit of a shh sound. So inhaling kind of like through your nostrils and exhaling through your mouth. Very good. Lower your head down. And then start to lower your chest down. Bring your hands next to your chest and slowly, slowly bring yourself into a child's pose. Your hips down to your heels. Release your forehead down. Just take a moment in here. If you wish, you can also bring your hands next to your body or underneath your head. Allow your shoulders to drop. Just let go. Let go of any bit of a controlling or achieving. Just be and lean into the floor. Good. From here, supporting with your hands. We're gonna come back up and we're gonna shift into our tabletop position again. From our tabletop position, take your right hand up, just reach up for a moment and then exhale. Start to bring your right hand underneath your chest like a thread through a needle, releasing your head down to the ground. And if you wish, you can move your left hand a little bit further to the front. Just taking a moment in here. So the upper body's connective tissue isn't as stiff and strong as the lower body connective tissue. So we don't have to necessarily stay in these upper body stretches for so long, but just see how you go. We'll take a moment, and if you wish to stay here a little longer, then just pause and keep going. But for a moment more, breathing and surrendering. If you notice yourself, yawning or swallowing, that is a very good sign, because swallowing and yawning are excellent examples of vagus nerve activating, your nervous system healing. Now start to support with your left hand, and we're gonna come and bring that right hand up a bit, and then we're gonna release it back down. I hope you're feeling calm. I feel so calm, I just wanna fall asleep on this mat. Not yet though. And let's take the left hand up and exhale. Start to bring your left hand underneath your chest with your palm facing up. Release your head down, and again, either keep your right hand close to your head, or you can reach your hand towards the front of the mat. Completely depends on you. You know your body, you can feel the sensations. What is your body yearning for? Notice the quality of your breathing. Is it calm? Very good. And let's pull with that right hand. And take your left hand up and down. Very good. Now let's tuck the toes, but we're going to take our knees a bit wider and tuck the toes and come into your squat. Good. Now if this squat feels discomfortable, feel free to just come up to your toes, or maybe you use a couple of blocks underneath your hips. Good. We can bring the hands to the heart center, or in Yin Yoga you can just really rest your hands down. So see how you go. You can relax your head. You can just hang. And again, focus on deep breathing. This is such a healing pose for our bowel system. So a very good pose also for our nervous system. As I was mentioning, the vagus nerve just really surrounds our bowel. So yeah. Good, and from here, supporting with your hands, we're gonna come and lift the hips up. Nice, and if you want to, you can grab a hold of a block and just rest your hands maybe on a block. If your hands reach down to the ground, just rest them on the ground. Have your knees slightly bent. Just hang, visualize yourself almost like hanging like a laundry, you know. On a bit of like a rope underneath your hips. Rest your head. Feel the breathing in your belly. Feel any bit of sensations all around your body. Good, and then just lift your gaze and start to come back to the ground. We're gonna shift the legs over to the front and we're gonna come and lie down. So you do have your blocks somewhere near, or maybe if you do not have blocks, then just grab some books or grab a pillow or a towel. Good, they work just as well. We have figured that out already. So just nicely on your back, we're gonna keep the knees bent and just take a little moment here. You can even rest your knees together if you wish. Next, we're gonna move into our psoas muscle. So psoas muscle is also called our muscle of a soul and the muscle of the stress. So this muscle, this hip flexor, it does tense up every time we stress. So every time when we're in a fight and flight mode, it gets stressed, that it just kind of like, you can feel it in your hips, you know. It's almost like getting a punch into your belly when a stress reaction happens. So it's really crucial to stretch this area out to heal the nervous system. So we're gonna open up the knees a little and we're gonna grab our yoga block or our books or whatever you want to use. We're gonna place it underneath our hips, our tailbone, and then see how you go. You can either start to lengthen your legs. If that feels too intense for your hips, then maybe you keep your knees bent. Good. And then you can reach your arms just above your head. See how you go with that too. Does it feel comfortable? If you do feel like you could go a little further, and if you happen to have 2 blocks, then see if you maybe place 2 blocks underneath your hips and you go from there. And again, same thing, either hands next to your body or above your head. And we're gonna stay here for a moment. As soon as you notice any bit of a discomfort or pain in your spine, in your hips, anywhere in your body, then either bend your knees or make that support a little bit smaller so you're not so high up with your hips. Nicely done. We're gonna bend our knees. Good, just relax for a moment. And then we're gonna lift our hips and we're gonna remove the blocks or the support. And we're gonna bring our hips back down. Good, just for a moment, hug your knees into your chest. Just gently rocking yourself side to side. Such a wonderful pose for our vagus nerve again, where we add this pressure to our belly. Now bring your left leg down, and as you exhale, start to lengthen your right leg up. Good, you can interlock your fingers either behind the upper thigh or maybe rest your hands down to your belly and just keep the leg up. Allow that leg to stretch a little, allow the lymphatic fluid to move down. Good, even if you wish to, you can just lengthen your left leg. Now start to bend your right knee. We're going to come into a twist, so you can bring your right hand over to the side and then just shift your right knee over to the left. Good. And again, I happen to have these blocks here, so if you do have any support at home, maybe place it underneath your knee or maybe place it underneath your right arm. So avoiding this, that the hand just hangs, because this might actually hurt our nervous system. You know, the nerves might get stuck. You start to feel tingling or warmth in your fingers. That's a sign from the nervous system that there's need to be some changes. I'm so calm that my English has just gone like really weird. And it's interesting sometimes when you do this really healing and kind of soothing recovery yin yoga for your nervous system, you can hear your belly start to kind of work, and you can actually feel how the digestive system is activating, and the energy is guided from achieving and from controlling and from stressing and doing into healing and resting. It's a good, wonderful feeling that you can actually feel your body recovering. And taking a break and just pausing, holiday from everything. Well done. We're going to come back into the center. And again, just bring your hands next to your body. Maybe you want to move your knees side to side. I feel so relaxed. I hope you do feel exactly the same. I just Oh, I just love this. I love Yin Yoga so much. Good. And let's hug that right knee into our chest. Left knee. And eiku is in Finnish, so this is how calm I am. My brain has stopped working. And we're gonna lengthen the left leg. And if you want to, you can bring your right leg down. Good, just hold here. Just breathe. Relax your shoulders. Remember what I told about relaxing your facial muscles, your shoulders, they affect our nervous system so much we don't have a clue. Yeah, so just relax. Nice, and let's start to bend the left knee. With the support of our right hand, we're gonna take the leg over to our right, and we're gonna bring that left hand over to the left side, and you can even turn your gaze over to the left. Good, and just keep going as far as you feel good with this pose. Notice how one side can feel completely different to another side. Nice, and I can feel my back a bit tense, so just bring that block underneath my knee. Very important to remember this mantra in Yin Yoga, that less is more. The less you try to achieve, the less you push yourself, the less you do, the more you get out of this practice. That is a fact. Excellent. Let's start to come back to the center. Release your hands down to your side and shift your hips back to the center. And you can swing your knees side to side. And you can start to bring your knees into your chest again. Just grab a hold of your knees and just hug it in. Touch is such an important part of healing our nervous system. So just sometimes giving yourself a bit of a touch, giving yourself a hug, that can be incredibly healing, even though it might feel like a bit funny. But try it out. Good. And you can start to circle your knees into like wide circles with your knees. Good, and we're gonna finish this class off with a relaxing pose, Shavasana. So just bring your legs back down and move your heels to the corners of your mat. And please don't skip this, even if you're at home and you feel a little bit rushed. This is like the grand jewel. This is the cherry on top of the cake. It is the absolute pose of all the poses. This pose reminds us how important it is to stop occasionally, to take time to heal ourselves, take time to take care of ourselves and just rest a little. So we'll take a nice 5-minute final relaxation. So just close your eyes. And we're going to start out with a few deep breaths. So we're going to breathe in through the nostrils, and then we're going to just sigh out very slowly. So inhaling through the nostrils and repeat this for a couple of times. Inhaling and then allow your breath to find this natural rhythm to just flow as it wants to. Either it's fast or it's slow. Just let go of any bit of a control and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy resting here. You can bring your arms whatever way you prefer. Sometimes it's nice to be like a starfish with your arms really wide, or sometimes it's just nice to rest the hands on our belly. So just see what works for you. Soften your face. Maybe you want to swallow, so just kind of sending that sign to our nervous system that we are relaxed. Feeling your belly gently rising and falling with your breath. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your spine. Relaxing your arms. And your palms and your fingers. And then bring your awareness to your hips. And allow the hips to become really heavy. Feel them sink into the floor. Feel your legs heavy. Feel your heels digging into the floor. With your whole body just resting, recovering, charging. Now just take a deep breath in. And then exhale completely. Start to move your fingers, your toes, your head side to side. Bring your arms above your head, bring your legs together and stretch yourself out. Maybe you yawn. Again, it's so relaxing. Oh. And then bend your knees and turn to your right side into a fetal position. Just allowing yourself to slowly wake from this powerful pose. Keep your eyes still closed and come up into a cross-legged seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center and start to rub your palms together, creating heat. And then bring your warm palms over your closed eyes. In the darkness of your palms, open up your eyes and take your hands back to your heart center. Namaste. Oh, wow. I hope you do feel as good as I'm feeling right now. I don't even have any words how much I love yoga and how grateful I am for this practice, for all the magic that it does to us. So, and I'm incredibly grateful for you. I'm sending you heaps and heaps of abundance and love. So thank you for taking this time and practicing with me and taking this time to heal yourself. And you know, let me know what you want to do next. So I would really love to hear back from you. Yeah, I don't know, like with this video in the morning, someone commented that, well, you haven't done a lot of videos in English, and it was such a good push for me. So yeah, I know I haven't done it. I've been actually super busy, but I miss speaking in English, and I miss all of you around the world, you know, all of my Aussie family, and of course everyone in States and Europe, and wherever you are, I'm always so incredibly grateful to hear from you. So please let me know how you're doing, and sending so much love. Like I adore you to bits. Thank you. Bye.